Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Expeditions Viking. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in a Roman fort. That's right, or actually it's a Roman... They had a name for these things. It's basically a Roman fortress, sort of. It's basically got a wall erected around it. And it's now the house, I suppose, of all of these Roman-sounding guys over here and girls. And over here we have a merchant. And I know it's a merchant because it says right there it's a merchant. So let's have a chat with Eforhild. Yes, so you're greeted by a smile as defensive as a palisade adorned with watchtowers. The middle-aged woman is in front of the stall gives every impression of being used to the unusual. You were well met, traveler. If you're in need of supplies, you've come to the right place. You don't look like you're part of this community, starting with your name. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. No, I'm not a legionary, or legionera, or a follower of Valerius. Neither are you. Well, that's right. My name is Sigthorn Askeltilson. Of course, she completely butchers your name, but it's a valiant effort. Pleased to meet you. I butchered the name as well. I don't really have a leg to stand on. Where are you from? Well, we're from a place called Jutland, just across the sea to the east. Oh, is that right? Is this north of Saxony? Is it true you have giants up there? Well, that's even further north. Giants live in the mountains, and we have none of those. Really? Whoa. Oh, my skeptical What? Oh, come on. My skeptical followers have lost morale? Just them? Ah, sure. Really? Whoa, I can't imagine what it's like to live in a place without mountains. Okay, let's see what you're selling. Well, if people don't have you people don't have the best reputation, so don't expect any discounts. That's fine. I expect wood, though. I really kind of need that. So she has very low supply of salvage. She's in low demand, high demand for medicine. I could sell that and get myself a lot of these stuff. Do you have a high supply of something? High supply of valuables. That's good, actually. It's a lot. I could sell the herbs, because I don't think I'm going to use them too much. I think, yeah. Okay. Very low supply, yeah. Yeah, I can get the salvage somewhere else. I think this is a good idea. I'm not really sure. I don't think I need the money, though. That's another thing. I really need the wood, but... So, low supply over there for medicines. That's not a bad trade. Look at that. I can just transform that into medicine if I want to. Okay, that's a little bit better, I suppose. But then again... Nah, okay. I'm always afraid of doing this. She has a lot of supplies. I'm not gonna mess with her. It's fine. Alright, well, do come back if you decide you want anything in the future. Yeah, likewise. Although, that doesn't make any sense, the likewise there, but it doesn't matter. That's just me saying goodbye. We have Vibius over there, and Fabian Quintus over here. Hey. A thin, balding man stands in front of an empty animal pen. And by the way, this looks very similar to the shrine that we're supposed to investigate. Because we're looking for pagans or something. So a thin, balding man stands in front of an empty animal pen. He is barefoot and clad in rags. The only sign of color on him being a strap of faded red cloth slung over his shoulder. His arms and face are covered with what looks like scratches from an animal's claws. As you approach, he looks over your party with disdain. Ah, barbarians. Always more barbarians. Saint Romulus preserve us. Well, we wish to become legionaries. Do you now? I find that ironic, given that that it was your kind that ruined the great saint's work in the first place. Was it? Look, do you want our help or not? A pained expression passes over Fabian Quintus' face. Yeah, I suppose with the present troubles I have to accept any help I can. You see, Rhea Silvia has gone missing. You know what that means, don't you? Rhea Silvia, how terrible. Ketil audibly stifles a laugh, but the man doesn't notice. Good. Yeah, tragedy! It seems that some of our old clan snuck into the camp and spirited her away in the night, and without her, we cannot administer the worldly sacrament. Oh, wait a minute, that's a statue, isn't it? Rhea Silvia. I don't know what Silvia means. I should. That's a name in Portuguese, but it probably means something. Rhea Silvia, is that the Queen Mother? Could Silvia mean mother? No, it doesn't. It can't. No. Right? But it's got something, it's a statue, I think. If you wish to show your worth in front of Saint Romulus, Oh, that's not... because that's not Christian, is it? Maybe. Anyway, in front of St. Romulus, you must save her from her captures. If you do, who knows? Perhaps she will share the worldly sacrament with you. So, tell me more about Via Silvia. Fabian Quintas throws up his hands dramatically. What is there to say? She is to St. Romulus what Mother Mary is to Christ. Yeah. From her, the worldly sacrament flows... Oh, that's right. That's the wolf, the she-wolf that I was talking about before. So they have a she-wolf up here? I know there's one in somewhere. I don't actually know where it is. It's in Rome. There's a... I don't know where it is. I should know. It's pretty famous. But there's a statue of her and Romulus and Remulus or something. It's a brother. There's two brothers. Anyway, so yeah, from her, the worldly sacrament of divine tits. It is. It's divine wolf tits. The worldly sacrament flows and opens the way for ignorant savages such as yourself to glimpse the glories of Romulus. Where can I find her in this torrentous night? Well, if I knew, I would gather up the legionaries myself and free her. We follow the tracks of Rhea's captures out past the walls, but from there, the trail was lost. Okay. Ab urde condita. Urbe means city. Ab means... from? I don't know what ab means. Condita... I don't know what that means either. Damn it. My Latin's so bad. And it's easy to learn Latin. That's the thing. If you were a little bit... Well, I just forgot about most of the stuff. I never knew much. We can do if... we can go if we don't... What do you suppose we do then? Wait, I didn't get the first one. I don't know, I just know we can't leave. Scuthrad, these guys don't have Latin names. That's so typical. Always what we can't do, never what we can. Well, I don't see you coming up with anything, says Finan. Quit your bickering. We need to think. Okay, so these guys, they probably don't... I mean, they might be related to the whole thing. Look, we can't stay here since they are obviously not going to pay us, and there's no point in trying to make them... Okay, so they're mercenaries. But we can't leave. Shut up, let him finish. But we can't stay here either, hoping for some divine intervention. That's great, but what are you proposing? That we start moving and see how far it takes us. Take odd jobs when we need to, not necessarily carpentry. Oh, what a waste. Oh, they're builders, maybe. Until we get the resources to craft stuff again, we can't do much else. I say we do as Cuthrad says. It's settled then. We'll leave in the morning. Excuse me. Okay, let's have a chat with these guys. The men sitting around the fire stop talking as you approach and look up at you. One of them stands up to greet you. Before he extends his hand, he puts on an air of friendliness that seems forced. Vashal, name's Cuthrad. Can I help you? Well, I couldn't help, but... Well, actually I could, but I overheard what you're having trouble? Some sort of trouble getting paid what you're owed? Perhaps I can help? Cuthrad looks you over, then looks to the other two, which both nod their heads. Well, you definitely look like someone who can. And then Ilmund? One of the others interjects, pointing past the wall into the ruins. I mentioned this the first time I noticed this sort of non-accordance. One interjects, and this has happened 3 times already. And I don't know if it's one of the writers or if it's only one writer for this game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just one. But this needs to be fixed. That's the 3rd time already in this game. Like, a group of people like this. Not a group of people likes this. One of the others don't interject. One of them interjects. Seems simple. It actually probably applies to a lot of Latin-inspired languages, or even though English is not one, but it is effectively the same structure. But anyway, he says this. The people in there seem to be under the impression that the scaffold we made for them is shit. Explaining to them that the humidity in those tunnels will warp the wood so it'll always look skewed just seemed to fall on deaf ears. Oh, that's bad. It was a payment of 50 pence. We tried getting through to them, then they threatened us, making it clear they never intended to pay. Okay, how do pence... How, 50 pence, is that like half a pound of gold? Because that makes sense. I mean, if you have a pound to be 1 pound of gold, which probably was at some point anyway. I know they were called sterling pounds, but I don't know when they were introduced. But just as a reference of money, half a pound of gold is very, very much. And the coins back then, the coins were about the size of a kilogram or half a kilogram of gold, which is basically roughly the size of a cookie or something. Basically, gold is very heavy in comparison to other stuff. So yeah, you can think of it like a kilogram of gold is like the size of a cookie or a bread or toast or whatever. A little bit thinner though. But yeah, so where do they keep it? Do you know? No, wait a minute, I don't want to do that. Who have you been dealing with? Gaius Aelius. He's their supplier of sorts. He has a shop-like setup down below. Gets everyone what they need. Except us, says Finan. Well, most of the time. Anyway, he is the one who we were dealing with, so he's probably the one that has our payment. Where do they keep it? Do you know? In the tunnels, although they call it the chapel. Probably down Gaius' stall. Okay, I'll return with your payment. Okay, actually, I don't think we're allowed in there. Find Gaius Aelius and convince him to pay the crap. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't think we're allowed to go down there. It's really tricky to see the map. It's all very dark. And if I can see it, you definitely cannot. I promise you that. Because my screen is pretty bright. Well, not very bright. That's not what it is. It's just a very, very cool. I'm really happy with my current screen that I have right now. Basically, it's not bright. I don't like bright screens because it hurts my eyes. I really hate bright screens. Amber. Oh. But the thing is, the darks are pretty bright, but it doesn't lose contrast. It's just I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, Amber. Excuse my laugh word? What? Oh, excuse me, my laugh word. Yeah. The young woman before you is staring intently at your feet. Her face is red as a beet, and her fingers incessantly knead a strand of her hair. What's the matter? I saw you've been inside the walls, talking to people. Okay, so she's not with them, because of the name. Did you perchance see a young man, a few years my senior, with red hair and thin red beard? He may be wearing a yellow tunic with the blue trim. I think I did, actually. I remember this. I think I did, but I didn't talk to him. Or maybe I did. Who is he to you? He's my brother. His name is Theodore. He joined the Legion long ago, but I finally convinced him to leave a fortnight ago. Her hands are trembling, and she clasps them in front of her and to keep them still. It's not her brother, is he? I don't know. He never came to meet me. He must have changed his mind. Maybe they persuaded him to stay. If you'll help me, I'll find a way to reward you. My family used to be wealthy. I still have some of my father's things. Okay, why did he join the Legion in the first place? To get food for us because we were hungry. It worked, but I've been so scared for him. How will I recognize him? Well, she just said. Well, I'm not sure. You can ask around for Theodore, maybe. Like I said, he has red hair and a pretty sad excuse for a beard. Okay, so that's probably her sister then. Where do you think he might be? I used to meet him outside the walls, but he doesn't come out anymore. He must be somewhere inside the fortress. At least I really hope he is. Yeah, I hope so as well. It doesn't sound like... I don't know what happened, but yeah. I'll see what we can find out. She wrings her hands so hard you think they might twist off at the wrists. That's all I ask. I'll wait here in the meantime. Okay, so why was she so red? Is she just intimidated because I'm such a manly man? Or that I have a proper excuse for a beard? A beard? Not a beard. Oh, I don't have beard right now. Words. So that is over there. Where are I looking? Okay, yeah, we need to go over here just to make sure. So I think I saw somebody with a yellow shirt inside. I remembered noticing that, but he might have been the blue instead. And in my head, I confused the colors. I do. It's the problem is from a young age. Well, no, I confused the name for the colors. That's the thing, and then confused the colors because of that. From a young age, I've been training myself. We have something over there. What is that? Oh, is that a clue? That's a clue. Oh. Oh, the flies buzzed lazily around the bucket filled with viscera. Somebody did a rather half-hearted job of hiding this. Oh. So yeah, we're back at the shrine over here. So I wonder. Viscera. So it is a plant. It maybe was that guy, but I can talk to him, so it's fine. We'll remember that for later. Yeah, so basically what I mean is, like, for example, brown. It starts with a C in Portuguese, so I remember that as a color C, because there's no other color, a normal color anyway. You can have cyan and all that starts with a C as well, but you know what, a common color, there's no other common color that starts with a C in Portuguese. At least that I remember, and I've just grown. The C is always going to be brown for us, for me. O is O would be orange for English, on the other hand. So the problem is I started learning the colors in English, and I mixed them all in my head. So by this point, when I want to say something is blue, I say it's red in Portuguese because it starts with kind of the same letter. We can't... The pursuers are blocking the bridge. He says that we have nothing to hide. Can't we bring them across where the river is shallow? What's going on, guys? The current is too strong for the carts. Oh, yeah, it is. You guys are crazy, especially with these rains. The Praetorians could help them. Well, you know they must guard the chapel. Must they? Listen, we'll bring more food across the river tonight. At least that's something. By the way. So we can't do anything here with those guys, but we have something else. There's something over here that I think I saw, maybe? Not really. Okay. So we can cross the bridge. This goes somewhere else. Let's not cross the bridge right now. Let's leave it as a proper barrier. Yeah, but basically I mixed up the words. Sorry for that long off-topic rant. That's all because I don't know if it's blue or yellow that I have inside. Okay, so I want to get there, but I can't. Which means that we probably can get there from the other side, which is fine. Then we have another bridge over here that probably... No, this is the bridge that we were in. Okay, so yeah, this back inside. Let's go back inside. Man, it's a proper... I also forget the name of that. It's probably a portcullis, but... Actually, it isn't a portcullis. Because it's got two entrances, right? What kind of door is this? Is that how they did this? Huh. I never studied Roman forts, so I don't really know. There are very few surviving here in Portugal. Here in the Iberian Peninsula, actually, there are very few surviving remnants of Roman forts. What is this guy saying? What is the purpose of having a fortress if anyone can enter? Indeed, I was noticing that there's many gates, and this happened as well in Eotorwic, or whatever the name of the city was. But yeah, I'm taking all of your stuff. Sorry. Okay. I mean, they don't mind. It's all fine. Can I get in? I think I can. Nope. Come on. There it is. Okay. There we go. It's empty. Even surrounded by these walls, I don't feel safe, says the guy. I think that's what he said. So, yeah, I'm not seeing anybody over here. They're probably going to be highlighted in red. Or in yellow, actually. Once we see them. But it wasn't here that I saw them. This looks like a... Yeah, it's they have a name for this. This is like the marketplace. They have a name for this place, and I forget. It's not Agora. It's the different thing. I don't think it is Agora. It's another thing. Agora was the Greek ones. Some of the bitches call themselves Christians, but they have nothing. They're nothing but brigands, and that's from Bretonia. So that's a Roman name. So these guys are. They think of themselves as Christians, I suppose. Romanes ent domos. Eunt domos. Romanes, domos means house. Is that well formed? Shouldn't it be domorum? Eunt, because I don't know what eunt means, but if it is domons, if it is domos of Romanes domos, that means the house of the Romans. In ent means of the. Could be. Could be. I don't think Latin is formed like that. It should be the other way around, but maybe it isn't. Pretty basic stuff, but again. Ooh, what is that? +2 critical chance. That's a brooch. Nice. Of course, brooch is a bad word in Portuguese. Don't say it. Well, actually, you can say it. It's fine, but it's a bad word. Well, anyway. We have Ignatius over here. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one? Yeah, we have more things all over the place. So the guy that I saw, that guy's very pink. I'm not sold on that Will Romulus. Yeah. So the guy that I saw was this one. Oh, that's blue. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Maybe he knows something. You greeted with a smile as defensive. Okay, so do you know where I might find a young man called Theodore? I don't know the names of most of the people here, but they don't like to use their birth names once they join. How does he look? Well, red hair, thin beard, wears a yellow tunic with a blue trim. Oh, she scratches her neck while she thinks. Well, I may have seen a boy like that. I think he was taken to the dungeon. Yeah, I figured. Why don't you ask the woman guarding it? Okay. Thank you very much for your help. It's very, very helpful. But I would like to know where the dungeon is. Just need to look at the map. So we have the merchant over there, and we have the dungeon entrance, and we have the farmhouse outside, and we have the tunnel entrance. So let's go to the dungeon first. So I don't know what "eunt" means. I don't even know if that's how it's pronounced. It sounds a little bit funny, doesn't it? "Eunt." And it is a raised tower. Huh. Oh, because the entrance is sideways. Okay. Or to the side, I should say. Get a few of these things. I'm probably doing a bad thing. I don't think the whole economy down here is going to be really important in this game. It hasn't been a really big issue, so I'm pretty sure it's just a kind of a bonus, and we just need to focus on storyline and all that sort of stuff. A lone woman guards a staircase, leaning on a spear and whistling tunelessly to herself. She inclines her head ever so slightly in greeting. Valerius has sent me to fetch one of the doubters for his ritual. She seems to... How do I... She seems to consider... That's a really bold assumption of all the things. Especially because I don't know who Valerius is. And also, the whole ritual thing sounds a little bit weird. Anyway, she seems to consider the probability of that for a moment, then she stands aside without a word. That's all my diplomacy right there. Just allowing me to have the nice lines. Can I go up there? Apparently I can. Well, I can. Go up. Nah, let's do that. Good. Now let's go back down. So we can go inside. Who's that? Oh, Kettle. Kettle. Okay. Save the game there, just in case, and let's go inside. Let's see how long this load screen is. And by the way, just as a reference, I am using this on a... Oh, we're already fighting. Okay, yeah, I'm running the game on an SSD drive, so it's not the fastest of SSD drives, and it's actually connected with SATA. So it's not like the fancy ones that are like 3 or 4 times the speed. Of course, it doesn't all matter, depend on hard drive speed, but it helps a lot. So what do we have here? We got guys with shields, we have archers. They are both protected. So we probably want protection of our own. That's some protection right there. It's not going to protect me from that guy. That's where the barricades come in, isn't it? That's where we could go. I could get my... Yeah, I could get my shield guys over here. But then... It's kind of dangerous, isn't it? Look at all of them. Okay, so who are these guys, first and foremost? Faustus, Quintilis, Sabinus, and Marcelina, and Nerva over there. Okay, so it looks like we're in a tight spot. Let me see if you have this. So launches mushrooms that explode into a cloud of dust spores that covers the target hex and all adjacent axes for 1 turn, treating them as full cover for the purposes of ranged attacks. And he is back there. So I can do this and get myself behind cover. But I'm gonna do it after I take shots. 77%. I'm gonna do this one right there. Because if Kettle can take a couple of shots, that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna do an aimed shot. Fire arrow. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's right. I have. I leveled up my my thing. So the fire arrow, how does that work? Sets the axe on fire for burning. Yeah, even if it misses. So these guys are gonna take damage. So I'm gonna attack you. See if that works. It did get him to... Ooh, lovely. Of course, they might have water, but that's the danger. Okay, so you have another thing that I actually find probably to be a good thing. Hailstorm. But that's so bad. I hate that. I hate that attack. Okay, so let's set somebody else on fire. So let's set that guy. Okay, then he's burning. That's good. Okay, so now what I will do is now that we're done with the wall attacky things, because I believe once we do that we can't actually attack again, because this works as cover, or should work as cover. But again, I don't really know. I'm gonna bring her over there. She's not behind cover. It's only against ranged attacks, but then again, cover only works against ranged attacks. So hardened, yeah. I also got her a few other things. So I don't know if it works only... I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, so we have 2 wait a minute. Yeah, we have 2 shields. And, sounds like good. Let's get you over there. Let's get you over there. Okay. So you can do the prepare if you have it. You don't have it, do you? No. Let's see. Shield bash, prepare, cleave, defend. That's impervious damage, tactical move. What is that one? Weapon hook. So let's get the defend right there. Might as well. You are gonna get anticipate opening. Also, if I could go for the demoralize, that'd be fantastic. And you can get the actual anticipate right there. Okay, so let's hope that things go well. because I don't know if this is gonna work. I just don't know. Let's see. So, demoralize has worked, because that always does. She's gonna be able to shoot. The guy's coming in. Anticipate opening. Doesn't work. Why does he not work? Did I miss something? Okay. Oh, we forced action? What happened there? Okay, they're taking burning damage and all that sort of nice stuff. Okay, so I'm really gonna want to shield book this guy. Exposed right there, so he's going down with our arrows. Actually, that might... Yeah, I can't do anything there. So it works as cover, as you can see. I can't really attack. That's fine, though. That's fine. Because I have this guy over here that goes with a heavy swing. Can't really... Oh, no. That's gonna crit. Oh, come on. Come on. Seriously? Oh, that was gonna be so good. Unfortunately, it was not. Are you anticipating opening? Nope. You're demoralized, though, but you're gonna get that. This thing is gonna go away for the next turn, so we're not gonna get protected. So that is nasty. You are... Do you have... No. You're gonna get a heal over there. Might as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then he's gonna die. I need to take advantage of the exposed thing. So let's get you away.
There's more where that came from.
There is, but not with a critical. No. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna get another one of these clouds. Can I get one? How? What? Why can't you do the cloud? Oh, because you can't see it. Makes sense. Makes total sense. So I'm gonna bring you over here and get an interrupt. And that's that. I probably should have gotten an interrupt. Yeah, it's gone now. No, it's still there. Okay, so they're doing the healing. That's fine. Or should be fine anyway. And we're also out of time for the day. So, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Expeditions Viking. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.